Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. HappyCattyCrypto here. So let's dive into an Mexc lunar recovery plan, burn update, how it's going, how it's gone, and pretty much addressing the fact that it was only actually until the 26th of this month. Yes, that's correct. It was not forever. So as you know, it's really good that they came out and did this, but the wording they've used on this recovery plan is pretty strong compared to what they have actually achieved, which on a grand scheme of things, it's not actually a great deal. Yes, it is a vast amount that they have burnt, but they could implement 3568 on the chain, make sure it doesn't affect the maker or taker fees, and only have it affect users of Lunar Classic, people trading it, people buying it, people selling it, people moving it off exchange. Need to see this implementation of 3568. And it's vital that we do apply pressure to exchanges to implement this when the time comes. And that time is not now, because as most of you know, 3568 is still in the testnet. And there's a lot of FUD surrounding the amount of validators that are in there. Some people are saying that there's 7. And what people need to understand is it's a test net. Okay, you can go on right now to the Terra Rebels Discord. You can join this test net. The instructions are there, and you yourself can go and pretty much be a validator on the test net without going through anything crazy to do it. And you can just sit there and mess around on a test net and pretty much help them out in testing it. Now, moving back to the amount that Mexc have burnt, and it's a monumental amount, but like I said, it was only until the 26th of this month, and this is the issue we have with a lot of people. They just skim the information, take the key points, and miss those all important dates. And as you can see here, it does end today. And like I said, it's really important that we apply pressure, but politely. Always remember you can apply pressure, but applying it in the wrong way is not going to get your point across. You need to be polite, you need to be direct, and you need to be just really respectful towards other people and treat them the same way that you feel that you should be treated. So as to the amount that they have burned, it is a monumental amount. I've not added it up, but I will leave a link in the description, and I probably will have added this up for the title of the video to let you know the total amount that they did burn, because I know you folks like the vital key bits to stand out in these videos. Moving forward, will we see Mexc possibly continue this? Probably not, because it's not a sustainable burn initiative, and we see this across the board with many burn initiatives that are actually out there, that are actually happening, and they're not sustainable. As much as they feel like they are, they're not. For something to be sustainable, it needs to be of no actual cost out of someone's direct pocket. Then it becomes sustainable. Then it becomes a thing that's cost free to the community, so to speak. Whereas them burning their own trading fees that they're supposed to take for themselves so they can be a profitable business is not sustainable. This was never sustainable. A lot of people just didn't understand how this burn initiative actually worked. And like I keep saying to people, this is an exact perfect example as to why burn initiatives like this cannot be sustained for very long. In the end, someone gets annoyed with it, and it goes across the same for like donations. Eventually people are going to get annoyed that you're taking so much money from them and they're not actually seeing a price increase, and they probably would have been better off just holding their bag, because they need to leave it down to the more bigger burn projects, so to speak. Like ones like LunkDAO is just such a prime example. And I know I always use it, and people are like, oh, he's mentioning LunkDAO again. But people need to understand that that is a well thought out plan. It's a well thought out system that can work and benefit. And it's cost free and it's sustainable. It can just keep going and ticking along. People are constantly being made happy. The fact that they're not actually spending any of their money, but they are still seeing those consistent burns. So key takeaways from this, folks, is to apply pressure still to the exchanges and validators politely about if they are going to be accepting the software and repo update coming from Terra Rebels. Will they possibly go on and use the Terra Rebel software, will they be supporting all of the proposals that have been passed? It's very important that we get these things off chain as well as on chain, because yes, there's a lot of transaction volume on chain. A lot of people don't know this, but there is. I don't have it open at the moment, so I won't be able to get it up because I have to put my wallet stuff in, so I won't be doing that in this video. But you can go on Terra Station. You can tap on the Terra Station logo in the top left hand corner. It takes you to the home, and you can go in and look at the exact amount of volume on chain. And that's not obviously including what's going on off chain, because it's only on chain that it records there at Terra Station. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. So do make sure that you do go do your own research, do your own due diligence, and really have a look as to what's going on. And as to the rest of the market, Bitcoin pretty much produced a very large green candle. It's coming back down now for a retest. And like I always say, when we see the price shoot up like this, it's never healthy. You want to see that very, very nice step ladder motion that you're seeing here with Shiba Inu, as you can see. Just coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down, setting higher highs and higher lows. This is healthy. So as to this being a market fake out or an actual market move, we don't know. We'll have to wait for confirmation from Bitcoin on hitting certain targets. And yeah, it's still just in that not a danger zone, so to speak, but it's just down at that real low support levels, really testing those lower support levels. But when you look out at Bitcoin on a grand scale, you just sort of need to realize that, do you know what I mean? We're back here. It's not down here. Is realistically, I think around this area is, if we lose this area of support around here, then yeah, you could consider it going into free fall, I think is what a lot of people quote it as. Not financial advice, not a technical advisor, but like I said, at some point we have to be at the bottom, and at some point we will see the market move up. This is just how the market works, in phases, in turns, in rotations, whatever you want to call it, with alt markets, Bitcoin, and then altcoin season, and so on and so forth. And it just kind of keeps rotating. There's money to be made, and people will always be drawn to that fact. So folks, beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me. It's only getting worse out there on both this channel, the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel. We're getting them on Twitter now as well, and we're also getting them across Telegram groups. So do be sure that you're speaking to me. I will never reach out to you directly unless I've otherwise stated in public on Twitter, but the likelihood of me reaching out to an individual person is very, very minimal. I normally reach out to entities that are helping the Lunar Classic ecosystem, or other important things like that. So yeah, do make sure you are speaking to the correct person. You can always catch me on Twitter, DM me there. And yeah, I'm going to go now because I just bashed the keyboard on the bottom of the microphone. Folks, have a lovely, lovely Sunday afternoon. Stay safe. And like I always say, not financial advice, and I'll catch you in the next one. Shlop.